anyone that needs to see the screen, sit on this side in the front. That way you can see the words if you need them.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. I am so happy to see all of you here tonight as we prepare to welcome in Shabbat. Every Shabbat is a big occasion.
And tonight is a big occasion because this is the last time that we're going to be calling him rabbinic intern. Because on Sunday,
I become a rabbi.
There you go. It's like this magic potion. Poof. Yay.
So I'm really, really happy to see all of these smiling faces here tonight. The sages teach that Shabbat is 1/60th the world to come. That Shabbat is this little taste of paradise. And to get us into that mindset, I want to share a little glimpse of that world to come, of that world redeemed, that world that we can and want to build together today. I saw this on my way to Penn Station on the 2 train, which is not where I expect to see glimpses of paradise. But on this busy rush hour subway, there was a woman falling asleep in between stops. With each stop, she would shake awake, but in between, she'd drift, and her walker would start to roll away from her. And every single time, a stranger sitting around her, standing around her, sitting across from her, would gently, quietly grab it and push it back. This happened again and again and again. Different people sort of taking turns to step in and perform this quiet, anonymous act of kindness. I don't think that she realized what was happening in between those stops. But that is the world that I want to live in, especially looking around us, the rhetoric, the temperature that's rising in many more ways than just what we felt today. Shabbat is this invitation every week to set aside what we've seen around us. For 6 days, we experience the world as it is. We see it for all that it is, and that's a lot of goodness, like what I saw today, but it's also a lot of bad, a lot of hurt, a lot of hate. And Shabbat is our invitation every week to dream about what could be, to recharge and take that energy we need to get back out there those 6 other days of the week and be that kind, anonymous stranger watching out for somebody who had a long day and was just trying to get home. We continue with Yedid Nefesh on page 10.
Yedid nefesh avaragaman, Yedid nefesh avaragaman, Meshochav El Ritzonecha, Meshochav Ya la 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 la, El Ritzonecha, Yarutz Avdecha, Kemo ya, Yishtachav Elai lai lai, Ya la 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 la, El Mul Hadarecha. Yedid nefesh avaragaman, Yedid nefesh avaragaman, Meshochav El Ritzonecha, Meshochav Ya la 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 la, El Ritzonecha.
Before we move into the lighting of our candles and the saying of Kiddush, a few quick announcements. If you haven't grabbed a siddur, you can grab one right over there. We'll be using them throughout the service tonight. If you need hearing-assisted devices or large print siddurs, those are also available by the door. If for any reason tonight we need to exit the building, in addition to the ways that we came in, we have exits all along the wall over here. We have bathrooms outside to the right and a gender-neutral and accessible bathroom to the left through the office. And let's keep this kindness going. Let's bring it from the 2 train in the middle of Manhattan right here to Bloomfield, New Jersey. So if you see a new face or if you see someone looking a little bit lost, maybe quietly help them find the page, give them a smile and a welcome. And now, tomorrow is a very exciting moment in the life of the Schrager family when Sam will come up here, lead our community, and become bar mitzvah. And so in honor of this simcha, I want to invite as much of the Schrager family as would like to come up here to light the candles and say the Kiddush. And for that, we all turn to page 3.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us, as their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light. So may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher קידשנו במצוותיו, וציוונו להדליק נר של Shabbat.
O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter the sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, bori pri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon hinhilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reishi, ki yom tehillah lemikra kodesh, zeher l'tziah Mitzrayim, kivanu v'acharta,
ve'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, be'ahava uvratzon, hinchaltanu.
Baruch Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen. L'chaim. Okay, that wasn't a full grimace, so it was okay. Thanks, you guys. Shabbat shalom. So we're going to move into the counting of the Omer, and you'll see in a moment up on the screen, there it is. Oh, sorry. So last week I spoke briefly about the artist who created this Omer counter, but I didn't say anything else about it. So it looks like a structure that you would have no movable parts to it, but the artist Toby Kahn created many of these. They're in Jewish museums, there are collectors that have them, and what happens to make this work is that it's interactive, and you take the block out and you put it on the top, and that block only fits in that spot. And so that's how you count the Omer, by counting and removing it so that you can think about that day, each day that you're actually counting the Omer. The blessing that goes with it is on the next slide. I hope it's large enough so you guys can join in with me. Same melody. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat ha'omer, al sfirat ha'omer. shehem shnei Shavuot v'shesha yamim la'omer. Today is 20 days, 2 weeks and 6 days of counting the Omer. And keep in mind, we might be counting our days, but it's more important to make those days count. Shabbat Shalom. We move ahead to page 20 in our Siddur for Lechadodi. Lechadodi zikrat kala, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat, lekapela, yalai, 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 lechadodi zikrat kala, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat, lekapela. Shabbat
We continue on page 31. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim.
Page 32. Israel, Adonai, Eloheinu, Adonai, Echad. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem, Emet.
I want to invite you all to join me as we read responsively at the bottom of page 39. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth.
The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love.
From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way.
Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces.
Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed.
Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea.
Page 40.
Chazak mimenu, Baruch ata Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael.
At the top of page 43. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, haparei sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim.
Page 44. Israel
turn to page 46 and rise for the Amidah.
We'll start the meditation together, and then you can choose the words to either read silently in the Siddur through page 62, or the words that are in your heart. And when you're finished, please be seated. Adonai, sefatai tiftach, ufi yagid tehilatecha.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha.
We always leave room at the end of our prayer, even though you might have already prayed these words, but for us to do it as a community. And on the very bottom of page 62, join me in Oseh Shalom. Oseh Shalom b'Ramav, Uyaseh Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael.
On that theme, a prayer for Israel, written by my classmate and also very soon to be Rabbi, Hannah Ellenson. Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, our God and God of our ancestors, we ask that you bless the state of Israel and all of Israel's inhabitants. Makor Chaim, source of life, bless and strengthen those who defend the land and ensure their safe and speedy return home. Protect them and guide them. Kadosh Baruch Hu, holy and blessed one, show Israel's leaders your paths so that they may act with wisdom, courage, and dedication, and that they may be unwavering in their pursuit of peace. Strengthen their hearts, but keep their hearts from hardening. Adonai Poked, God who remembers. It has been 574 days, and there are still 59 people being held in Gaza, about half of whom are thought to be alive. Among them are Avinatan Or, age 32, Eden Alexander, 20, Matan Zenkauker, 25, Alon Ohel, 24, Guy Gilboa Dalal, 23, Evyatar David, 24, Beepan Joshi, 24, and Matan Angrist, 21. Matir Asurim, freer of captives, return all those who are kidnapped to their homes, without the spilling of any more innocent blood, without any more souls being tarnished by horrific acts. Baal Harachamim, master of compassion, help us hold the humanity and the heartache of the Jewish people, of all residents of the state of Israel, while also holding the humanity and dignity of the Palestinian people. As we are made in your image, remind us of your ways. Spread over us a shelter of peace and fulfill the vision of your prophets. They shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not take up sword against nation. They shall never again know war. And together we say, Amen.
Amen. We move ahead to page 253 with our hearts still open for a final prayer in this particular section of our service, the Mishaberach for those in need of healing. Mishaberach avotenu vimotenu, Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov, Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah, hu yivarech et hacholim. The one who blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal those who are ill. And please add names if you would like to. May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for their health to be restored and their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit. And let us say, Amen.
In her seminal and disturbingly prescient novel, The Parable of the Sower, Octavia Butler presents a theology of change. She writes, all that you touch, you change. All that you change, changes you. The only lasting truth is change. God is change. Change is many things. We know that. We experience change all the time, and it can be exciting or sad, sudden or scary, memorable or mundane. It can be beautiful. It can be painful. According to Butler, to that list we must also add divine. And while in our day-to-day existence we might not think of change in such religiously loaded language, our tradition agrees with her. Of the many names that God is known by, one that God gives God's self is Ehyeh Asher Ehyeh. I will be that which I will be. As beings created in the image of God, it is therefore this process of unfolding, of becoming, of changing, that helps us feed and fan the fuel, the spark of divinity that lies within all of us. And it is with this framework that I want to turn to this week's Parsha, Tizria Metzora. In Torah, we are given a series of situations in which a person or an object is rendered tameh, ritually impure. These involve giving birth, menstruation, certain skin afflictions, and sex. Torah then presents us with the necessary steps by which a tameh person or object is made tahor, ritually pure. These rituals can involve seclusion, sacrifice, washing, and the passage of set periods of time. And this is where this parsha can start to feel a bit problematic, because most of us experience Torah in translation, and translation can present certain challenges. When we hear the words pure and impure in English, we tend to associate them with clean and unclean. And indeed, there are earlier, clumsier translations that use those exact words. But tameh, ritual impurity, is not something to avoid. It's not punishment for doing something wrong. On the contrary, one becomes tameh by doing some of the most beautiful, most natural things, like giving birth. To be tameh does not make you a bad person. It's not sin. And no one, not even the high priest, aspires to live a life entirely in a state of tahor, ritual purity, because that would be impossible. We are in a constant state of flux, moving between these two states. And while one must be ritually pure to engage in certain aspects of communal and religious life, ritual impurity is not something to be ashamed of. The Talmud actually goes out of its way to insist, afilu bishat shehen tama'im, even at a time when people are ritually impure, Shekhinah imahem, the Shekhinah, the divine presence, is with them. As we live our lives, our status is always changing. Life means moving between periods of ritual impurity and ritual purity. And Jewish life, according to this parsha, means marking those moments of transition with ritual. And while most of the rituals detailed here have long since passed out of practice, and for very good reason, there is one that has stood the test of time. What is described here in Torah as rachatz b'mayim, bathing in water, which the sages teach we should understand as complete immersion in a mikveh, a pool or a bath of living waters used for ritual purification. One enters the mikveh tameh and emerges tahor. The mikveh is a place we go, a means we use to mark and manifest change. And as Jews, we're pretty good at marking transitions. We like to do this. We do it a lot. We use blessings and songs to welcome in Shabbat and to see her off. We have rituals and ceremonies around birth and aging and death and mourning, around marriage and divorce. We mark the new month and the new year and the changing of the seasons. But I want to make a special pitch for that ritual mentioned in this week's Parsha, because I would bet that most of us in this room have never immersed in a mikveh. It's not a very common Jewish practice in Reform communities outside of conversions. I myself went for the very first time this morning, not because I felt ritually impure, but because I'm on the cusp of a major change in my life, in my status. As mentioned, on Sunday, I become a rabbi. And the mikveh can also be used to mark that. Most of my classmates went to the mikveh this week. And I'll be honest, that is why I initially agreed to go. Everyone was doing it. It seemed like the thing to do. I wasn't sure what it would feel like or what it would mean to me. But standing and shivering in the water this morning, preparing to submerge, I found myself voicing a spontaneous prayer. Please, I whispered, make me soft. There's a midrash that describes Rabbi Akiva's observation of a stone with a hole in its center. He asked who carved the hole, and the answer he's given is that it was water, which dripped in the same spot day after day after day. And he marveled at the fact that something as soft as water could carve into something as hard as stone. According to Torah, we are not made of stone, but of clay. And when clay gets wet, it softens. It becomes malleable once again. That was my prayer this morning, to be open to the coming change, to become able to absorb all that's new and to grow into my new role and my new life. The only lasting truth is change, Octavia Butler teaches. We are constantly changing, as is the world around us. We are constantly being remolded and remade. I'm not the same person that I was a month ago. Who I am today is a product of everything I've seen and felt and learned and lost. I'm not even the same person I was on a cellular level. Every 3 weeks or so, the water that makes up 60% of our body is replaced, which means that most of my body is literally made up of something different than it was a month ago. Not every change needs to be acknowledged through ritual, but there are certain transitions that deserve to be recognized, that might be made more poignant, more powerful through ritual. This is the beauty of our tradition. We are given agency. We are empowered to take control of our lives and imbue them with meaning. As my teacher, Rabbi Larry Hoffman, says, ritual performs and transforms. Ritual provides exclamation points. And our lives are filled with moments that deserve an exclamation point at the end. But how often do we actually take the time or make the effort? And there are so many possibilities. On their website, Ma'im Chaim offers resources for a mikveh immersion to mark becoming a b'nai mitzvah, or coming out, for retiring or leaving an abusive relationship, for turning 60 or 70, or getting married or reaching menopause. Immersion is only one ritual we have at our disposal, but it's also one of the most accessible. You don't need to book an appointment at an official mikveh like I did, schlep all the way up to Teaneck or Westchester. All you need is a natural flowing body of water, like a river or a lake or an ocean, and the intention to embrace change and make it meaningful. Shabbat Shalom. We rise and turn to page 282 for Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach, l'adon hakol, l'teit kedula leotzer breshit, shelo asanu kigoye haratzot, velo samanu kemishpachot adam ha, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
You may be seated. יש כוכבים שאורם מגיע ארצה, רק כאשר הם עצמם עבדו ואינם. There are stars up above, so far away, we only see their light long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with the people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember. As we do every time we come together, we turn our thoughts now to sacred memory. As I read the name of those whose yahrzeits fall on the Shabbat, if it is a loved one, I invite you to rise when their name is said. Ann Ackerman, Jerome Applebaum, Helen Axelrod, Frida Berkowitz, Eleanor Bernstein, Alan Briskin, Greg Brudnicki, Cecil Poland, Mona Cohn, Gedalia Convisor, Serene Funk, Gail Poland, Joshua Gendel, Evelyn Glasser, Ted Goldberg, Irma Gross, Jill Herskowitz, Jacob Hertzberg, Dorothy Hoffman Redlich, Lorraine Kaplan, Oscar Kettler, Sarah Laura Keels, Philip Kirschner, Leah Klein, Julius Krulowitz, Anna Krulowitz, Bertha C. Kurzman, Sylvia Lang, Fanny Latz, Nathan Lavenda, Ray Levy, Julius Maltonfort, Albert Mandelkern, Samuel Miller, Sidney Noodleman, Eleanor Ockfeld, Bennett Owens, Regina Peters, Zelig Rappaport, Shirley Sherman, Marina Stern, and Daryl Worth. And those who are in their Shiva and Shloshim periods of mourning: Marjorie Peisner, aunt of Jeff Peisner; Claire Wegg, sister of Thelma Portnoff; Dave McDonald, my dad; Jerry Grin, father of Stephen Grin. And if anyone here is observing a yahrzeit or in a period of Shana, the first year of your mourning, I invite you to rise and share their name with the Kahal. In solidarity with the mourners in our community and the memory of the 6 million, we rise and turn to page 294 for the words of Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, v'agala u'vizman kariv yimru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam l'amei maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei d'kudusha b'richu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata. Damiram be'alma v'yimru amen. Yehei shlam araba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru, amen.
Please be seated.
Zichronam livracha, may their memories be a blessing.
So if you're not a regular reader of the Igeret, there is so much going on. So look at it, scroll. Tomorrow morning at 8:30, there's virtual Torah study. At 9 o'clock, there's Jewish yoga right here. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's Jewish yoga. That's all you need to know. 10 o'clock service where Mr. Schrager will be coming to the Torah for the first time. And he has a family Torah scroll that we are going to see, and he's going to carry it, and he and his grandpa are going to chant from it. So that's pretty cool. There's also 10:30 Shabbat, wake up Shabbat, like if you already didn't wake up, it's for younger families, like you're already up. Next Friday night membership Shabbat and potluck dinner, register fast. May 16th confirmation. And if you have not voted yet, do you want to talk about it?
Sure. So it's like closes tomorrow. So every Jewish Sunday the 4th. This is our opportunity as Jews living in the diaspora outside of the land of Israel to have a say, to have a voice in how I think more than $1 billion worth of aid is used within Israel and to support the Jewish community. And so any Jew can register. I think there's a very nominal fee, $5 to vote. There are QR codes spread around. This is a really important thing. We know that other movements with very different values than our own are showing up in force, and this is our way to have a say in what the future of the state of Israel and the Jewish people looks like.
And so it's happening for the final day on Sunday, May 4th, or as they would say, may the 4th be with you. So please vote. I would assume I do
Say,
it.
do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or do it right now.
Yeah, or, as soon as possible. I don't know if that's Israel time, our time. Just vote. Just vote. That's all I can say. And there's tons more that you can see in the Garrett. Just go like this and scroll down and keep scrolling. Oh, say it nice and loud.
Okay, so on the 19th of May at 7 o'clock, 7:30, is a congregational meeting where we vote on the budget and elect the slate of trustees, and this has to be announced constitutionally.
It has been announced. There is a congregational meeting on the 19th at 7:30.
I hear there's ice cream for the bonus of coming to this. Is that true, Jim? Excellent. I think it might be too late to sign up for it. You can still get raffle tickets online.
And you can come to the door.
There you go.
It's all decorated back there. It looks like it's going to be a very fun time.
Yes. Say it again. Are we not busy enough on Sunday? Okay, so on Sunday hold on, I'll tell you exactly what time. No, I did? 11 to 4 on Walnut Street is the Walnut Street Fair. You could volunteer to come tell everybody about Ner Tamid. After all, maybe we could get more members. There you go. We could maybe get some new preschool students to come join us, or just come and have fun with us, because we always have fun. True?
Absolutely.
Okay, so our final prayer this evening is one that brings hope for all of us, and you'll see up on the screen in a moment. Olam Chesed Yibaneh. Olam Chesed Yibaneh. Yadadai, yadai, yadadai. 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 I will build this world from love. Yadadai, yadai, yadadai. And you must build this world from love. Yadadai, yadai, yadadai. And if we build this world from love, yadadai, yadai, yadadai. Then God will build this world from love. Yadadai, yadai, yadadai. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.